Someone is about to call you with a trembling voice. What they say will finally confirm what your spirit already felt. Archangel Michael says, a call is coming, so sudden, so quiet, so deeply trembling, it will make your skin feel like it remembers something it never forgot. You may not know the exact hour or the exact name, but your soul has been whispering warnings for weeks now. The signs have piled around you, through dreams, subtle chills, and eyes that look away too quickly when you speak. Even the silence in certain rooms has shifted, carrying a different energy than before. Type Amen to get blessing 447. There is a vibration in your core, a trembling in the invisible that most others can't feel. What you're about to hear in this call won't be spoken loudly. It will be cracked with emotion, delivered through breaths that shake, pauses that scream without sound. The words will pierce you not because they are loud, but because they echo what your soul already knew. It will finally confirm that your instincts weren't paranoia, they were prophecy. Type Amen to get blessing 334. You have always had that rare perception, the ability to sense when something is off even before proof arrives. The very tone of this call will shake you, and not from fear, but from the overwhelming release of tension that your inner self has carried far too long. You have held on to suspicion without evidence, onto fragments of intuition that you never dared to say aloud. And now, the trembling voice will do what no confrontation or question could. It will confirm everything. Type Amen to get blessing 292. Archangel Michael says, heaven is stirring, because this moment is a soul unlock. This is not just someone calling you. It is a divine orchestration to liberate you from the fog of manipulation, the tight coils of silent betrayal. It has taken time because truth often hides in the most protected spaces. Fear guards it, pride silences it. But fear is finally cracking, and someone can no longer hold the weight of what they've hidden. Type Amen to get blessing 398. There is urgency in their chest. They cannot sleep. They cannot look at themselves in the mirror anymore without hearing your name in their mind. They tried to forget it, tried to run from the moment they would have to tell you, but heaven has given them no peace. They are not calling you for closure, they are calling you because they are collapsing under the guilt. Type Amen to get blessing 177. You may even hear tears, raw, unfiltered, sudden gasps between words. You might hear them struggle to say your name clearly, or repeat it several times before continuing. They will not apologize immediately, because guilt is heavy and makes the tongue slow and hesitant. But what they say next will reveal layers of secrets you always suspected, yet never dared to confirm. Type Amen to get blessing 233. The tone of their voice will let you know everything. You won't even need the full story to know you were right. The words will bleed truth. There won't be arrogance, only desperation. Type Amen to get blessing 555. This is not about revenge. It is not about punishment. This is about your power, your ability to rise even when everything tried to bury you in confusion. Archangel Michael says, when the voice trembles, the mask falls. You will not be listening with just your ears, you will be listening with your soul. Type Amen to get blessing 101. And your soul, child, has been waiting for this very moment for far too long. You may recall all the little betrayals, the lies covered in laughter, the avoidance that felt suspicious, the "I forgot" that always came when something mattered most to you. You may remember how your presence made them uncomfortable when truth threatened to spill. They feared you because your intuition was louder than their manipulation. Type Amen to get blessing 888 now. Their heart is heavy, and the truth is seeping through the cracks of their pride. You might hear them say, "I didn't know how to tell you this." Or, "You probably already felt this." And in that moment, your soul will rise with grace, not rage, because power doesn't need to scream when it already owns the room. You won't interrupt them. You'll let them speak, because you already live the truth. They're just now catching up. Type Amen to get blessing 366. There are confessions coming that will free you, not break you. They thought hiding it would protect you or protect themselves, but it only chained them to a guilt that eats from the inside out. Now they are unraveling, and your silence has become the echo that haunts them most. This trembling voice will whisper what they wish they said years ago. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They might say your name like a prayer, or like someone hoping you won't hang up. They might confess not just one thing, but many, one truth unlocking another like a domino of regrets. They may even say they tried to fix it behind your back, but it only made it worse. Their voice will sound as though it's falling apart midair, and that's because it is. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Don't underestimate this moment. Your calm will intimidate them more than anger ever could. Because they expected rage, expected yelling, they didn't expect you to listen like someone who already knew. And they didn't expect heaven to align your timing to hear it with such clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 456. This call is a turning point. You will hang up differently than you answered. You will exhale for the first time in weeks, maybe months. You won't need revenge, because truth itself is the closure. Type Amen to get blessing 212. If you cry after the call, let the tears flow without shame. They are not tears of weakness, they are release. They are grief leaving your bones and truth realigning your future. They are sacred, not pitiful. Type Amen to get blessing 321. The voice may belong to someone you once trusted more than anyone, or someone you barely knew was involved, but your spirit suspected. Either way, this voice will confirm your inner voice was never lying. You were not overreacting. You were spiritually discerning. Type Amen to get blessing 606. Archangel Michael says, "Heaven is rewarding your silence with revelation. Heaven is blessing your grace with divine vindication. You chose peace over pettiness, and now truth has chosen you over deception. No need for proof, your soul already carries the receipts." Type Amen to get blessing 144. They might say something like, "I can't sleep unless I tell you," or, "It's been haunting me for years." Don't laugh. Don't mock. Just breathe. Because the moment is not about them anymore, it's about the justice your soul deserves. Let their words be the final key to a door you were already unlocking. Type Amen to get blessing 717. You are being cleared. Cleared of blame. Cleared of confusion. And elevated into truth so powerful, even your enemies will question what you know. Because when you carry truth quietly, your presence alone becomes a thunderstorm. Even without proof, they could feel it. You knew. Type Amen to get blessing 818. This trembling voice is not a mistake. It is destiny. You have been chosen to rise, not react. You have been chosen to see, not scream. You are walking into a season of confirmation so divine. It will silence every false witness. Type Amen to get blessing 727. Archangel Michael says, after this call, your spirit will walk lighter. Not because they apologized perfectly, but because heaven affirmed what your soul already felt deeply. This is not just a call, it is a spiritual checkpoint. And you passed the test. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 303. You did not imagine the distance. You did not overthink the coldness. You were sensing what they were trying to hide. And now, the trembling voice will say what you always knew. It was never in your head. It was always in your soul. Even after the call ends, echoes of their voice will linger in your spirit like a shadow retreating under light. You'll replay certain sentences not for clarity, but to fully feel the confirmation you've long craved. It won't be about them anymore. It will be about you reclaiming the truth that was stolen. Type Amen to get blessing 663. You will feel a strange silence inside you afterward. Not emptiness, but peace. Not confusion, but calm. Because every unanswered feeling, every strange moment you brushed off in the past, now sits in perfect alignment. It finally makes sense. Their hesitation wasn't just personality. It was guilt. Their avoidance wasn't accidental. It was fear of exposure. And now you know. Now you see. Type Amen to get blessing 929. The call may not come from the number you expect. It might be a new phone, a hidden number, or even a friend relaying the confession on their behalf. But make no mistake, the truth is wrapped in divine timing. It is coming now because you are strong enough to receive it without being destroyed by it. Type Amen to get blessing 414. There was a time when this information might have broken you. But now, your spirit is too wise, your heart too seasoned, your energy too royal. Now, you hear it with sacred detachment, not broken longing. You hear it as someone who's already survived the storm they only now admit exists. Type Amen to get blessing 828. You are not the same person who doubted themselves months ago. You are becoming the person whose intuition they can no longer gaslight. The very act of speaking the truth to you is going to shake them to their knees, because now, you are elevated. Now, your energy makes lies tremble. Type Amen to get blessing 242. Even your silence over the phone will make them unravel further. They'll feel that stillness and know it's not ignorance, it's divine authority. The call may be quick, but its impact will be eternal. You may never look at them the same way again, and that's okay. Type Amen to get blessing 515. You will walk forward differently, more upright, more unbothered. Because now, your spirit isn't whispering anymore, it's roaring in peace. The invisible weight they put on your heart has now lifted, and in its place is freedom, clarity, and quiet strength. Type Amen to get blessing 909. This is your closure without begging for it. This is your healing without permission. You were always powerful, but now you are also clear. And when a soul is clear, no lie can blind them again. Type Amen to get blessing 313. Let this be your moment of emotional liberation. Let it mark the turning point from guessing to knowing. Let it confirm that God never left you in confusion. he was preparing you for confirmation. You were not crazy. You were not dramatic. You were correct. Type Amen to get blessing 757. Archangel Michael says, the angels who walk with you have witnessed every moment of silence you endured. They saw every night you cried from confusion, every day you smiled despite the ache. And now, they are rejoicing. Because this call means your name is being cleared in realms higher than this one. Type Amen to get blessing 616. You were left wondering while others were speaking lies behind closed doors. But now, the circle has come back to you, this time with trembling truth. You are the center now. You are the one they cannot avoid. They must come to you with the truth. Type Amen to get blessing 404. They may stumble through their words. They may hang their head in shame even through the phone. You won't need to gloat, you'll simply rise. And in that rising, you'll reclaim everything that once felt stolen. Type Amen to get blessing 131. You are not bitter. You are not angry. You are aware. You are awake. You are anointed. And the trembling voice was never your destruction. It was your resurrection. You're standing in your power now, and no trembling can shake it. Type Amen to get blessing 484. You are going to feel lighter after this. You will sleep deeper, laugh louder, love freer. Because no lie lives rent-free in a soul that knows the truth. You are no longer haunted. You are healed. From the second you hang up, you'll realize something sacred has shifted in your universe. It's not just about what was said, it's about what was confirmed. Your spirit, long ignored and doubted by others, has now been honored by the trembling voice of truth. Type Amen to get blessing 818. You will breathe differently now, not cautiously, but freely. The anxiety that used to linger like a shadow will vanish like fog in the morning sun. Because what once weighed you down has now been spoken out loud, and its power over you is broken. You are now untouchable by lies. Type Amen to get blessing 277. Let your calm be your closure. Let your grace be your sword. You don't need to fight what heaven has already silenced for you. You don't need to shout what destiny has already confirmed. Type Amen to get blessing 636. They may try to reach out again. Don't be surprised if more calls follow. Now that the dam of secrets has broken, others will start to come forward. But you don't have to receive everyone's regret. Your peace isn't a dumping ground for everyone's guilt. Type Amen to get blessing 244. Choose who gets access. Decide who gets your energy after the revelation. Not every voice that trembles is worthy of your presence. Some voices are simply echoes of a lesson you've already learned. Type Amen to get blessing 799. Archangel Michael says, your aura has changed, and others feel it. The moment truth was spoken, your light intensified. People who once avoided you out of guilt will now avoid you out of reverence. Because they know you are no longer blind to what they hid. Type Amen to get blessing 474. You may find yourself walking past the same places with a different posture. No longer shrinking, no longer second-guessing, no longer tolerating what once wounded you. The call wasn't just a confession, it was your divine invitation to upgrade. An invitation to start again, but this time, as the version of you who knows. Type Amen to get blessing 515. There will be moments where you remember the hurt and still feel the sting. But that sting will no longer stop you. It will remind you of how far you've come, and how protected your spirit truly was. Because even in deception, heaven had your back. Type Amen to get blessing 818. Let the voice that trembled be the last time someone breaks your spirit with secrecy. Let that call be your spiritual contract being signed, sealed, with clarity. You don't owe anyone a seat at your table simply because they finally admitted what you always knew. You owe yourself peace, and now you have it. Type Amen to get blessing 330. Their voice shook because their mask finally cracked. And your voice didn't have to raise, because your presence carries judgment now. You are a walking verdict, chosen by light, sealed by heaven, and wrapped in truth. And they feel that when they hear you breathe. Type Amen to get blessing 121. Some people will be shocked at your calm after this call. They won't understand how you didn't explode or fall apart. But what they don't realize is you already lived through what they're only now admitting. You already survived it in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Now, the silence breaks in your favor. Now, you are the one with control. Now, you get to choose who stays in your life, not because of history, but because of honesty. This is your reckoning. Type Amen to get blessing 595. Archangel Michael says, this trembling voice is only part one of what's being revealed to you. More confirmations are coming. More masks are falling. The truth has momentum now, and nothing can stop it. Prepare yourself. Type Amen to get blessing 200 because after this, your path becomes clearer, your circle becomes smaller, and your future becomes blessed. You will no longer water what starves your soul. You will no longer explain what your energy already makes clear. You are done guessing. Type Amen to get blessing 717. That person may hang up the phone and expect you to crumble, but they don't know the version of you that's been forged in silence. You're no longer made of tears, you're made of clarity. And clarity does not beg. Type Amen to get blessing 166. Let them carry their trembling. Let them wrestle with their truth. You've already made peace with yours. And now, your only direction is forward. There will be a moment, maybe days later, where you'll sit in silence and suddenly feel the weight is truly gone. You'll look around the same room that once felt heavy with confusion, and now it will feel light, open, free. Because the truth didn't just set you free, it returned you to yourself. Type Amen to get blessing 244. You are not the same person who used to question their worth when people withdrew in silence. Now you understand, they weren't pulling away because of you, but because they couldn't look truth in the eye and survive. They saw your light and mistook it for judgment, when in reality, it was their own guilt that burned. And now, you're done carrying their burden. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Archangel Michael says, this shift is spiritual, not just emotional. The trembling voice was a sign from the divine that justice is no longer delayed. Even those who mocked your intuition are now whispering about how you were right all along. Their laughter has turned into silence, and their silence now confirms more than their words ever could. Type Amen to get blessing 366. Some people are watching you from a distance, unable to face what they've done. They may never call, never confess, but this one trembling voice was the sound of the dam breaking, and the ripples have already begun. People who once lied confidently will now speak with caution. Type Amen to get blessing 525. Your name is no longer something they can toss around casually. Your energy now demands reverence. Because you didn't retaliate, heaven has decided to elevate. And this is just the beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Expect more eyes on you, not out of judgment, but because you're walking in a truth few have the courage to stand in. Expect more doors to open, not from pity, but from divine authority. The same energy that exposed deception is now unlocking favor. Because you proved yourself worthy in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 111. You will start noticing little things. People apologizing without knowing the full story. Old connections randomly checking in with strange guilt in their tone. You'll notice how the energy in rooms changes when you walk in, how people's eyes shift away from yours. It's not awkwardness, it's awareness. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They now know you are protected. They now know that what was done in secret has been shown to you in spirit. And the ones who shook your trust are now the ones who fear your peace. Because true peace is power. Type Amen to get blessing 444. And you, dear soul, are now radiating a peace they can't fake, can't copy, can't even approach without trembling. You don't need to say anything. Your silence says everything. Your stillness is a judgment they never expected. Type Amen to get blessing 717. This season will teach you that you don't need vengeance to see justice. You don't need confrontation to gain confirmation. When you move in divine timing, the truth finds its way to you with trembling hands and broken voices. Because heaven never forgets what was done to you. Type Amen to get blessing 525. The call you received was the beginning of your rise. Now, everything you lost in confusion will return multiplied. Your energy, once depleted by doubt, is now surging with certainty. And that certainty will draw miracles. Type Amen to get blessing 616. Your aura has shifted. Your walk is different. You're not walking with questions anymore. You're walking with answers. You're not waiting on closure. You are the closure. And that's why they tremble. Type Amen to get blessing 202. Let them tremble. Let them wonder how much you know. Let them fear the silence you now hold. Because the truth lives inside you now, and it cannot be shaken. It has taken root, bloomed, and wrapped itself around your spirit like armor. Type Amen to get blessing 939. Archangel Michael says, the angels celebrated the moment your soul aligned with confirmation. They've watched you walk through fire with no applause, cry in silence with no hand to hold, and still choose to rise. And now the divine has chosen you to be vindicated, openly, publicly, undeniably. This is not a small shift. This is prophetic. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Your dreams may intensify now, visions, names, flashes of memory returning. This is the divine restoring what was buried. You'll begin to recognize what you once ignored. And your spirit will continue to speak, louder, clearer, freer. Type Amen to get blessing 171. You won't be confused again. You won't settle again. You won't question yourself again when your energy says, something is off. Because you've seen firsthand, your spirit never lies. And now, you trust it with your life. Type Amen to get blessing 474. Let your peace intimidate. Let your clarity isolate what isn't pure. You are not lonely, you are protected. The trembling voice that once tried to deceive you now bows before your truth. And every soul that speaks to you now will feel that divine authority.